Yo, here we are. Shot 129, the final shot of Stop Motion Sabotage, which is crazy. But anyway, I'm putting it together, just starting to set some stuff up. As you can see here, I'm just going to have the three guys there. I'm going to take the shot of them there kind of walking, which matches the shot of them there walking. And then I'm going to fill in all the background stuff. But you might notice something missing. Maybe Cochise's arms. For whatever reason, I don't know why. I never even drew them out. I went back to like the Photoshop files that I used to draw, and I know I should use Illustrator. People have told me that, but I never even drew them. I don't understand why I didn't even get that far. But also look at this kind of stuff. These are all of the legs and feet for each guy. A couple hands, a couple heads, another hand, a couple heads up here. And that is going to be for them walking down the street. And I hope that it looks good. It's going to be different because it's a slow motion shot that I, of course, have to shoot in regular motion to make it look slow motion, I guess. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. And also what we're going to do, because of the last shot, I'm going to have some little tales of Stop Motion Sabotage sprinkled in between the making ofs, just to talk about the project, certain things that happened during the 5 years it took to make this. And so I hope you dig that. A little story time. Stop Motion Sabotage story time. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? It does. I wanted to go out on a really good note, and so this was the most detailed shot of pretty much the entire video. There's so much going on in the background, and I just wanted to nail all of it perfectly. And so that meant setting up took like almost like a few hours, like an entire session kind of thing, making sure everything was in the right spot and having it all in the frame. And in the end, I'm super happy with how this background looked. Yeah, okay. Shot 129. I've got it all set up now. And here, check it out. I think it looks pretty awesome. There's a lot of stuff going on here. And you can see we have it raised up. One tiny little Lego brick. So then I can get the cars to drive on the street behind all this stuff. And then I'm going to put another one on top and have the guys on top of that so none of this gets disturbed. But a couple cool things. You can see up in the main one here, we got like this like newspaper box here, and then like an old phone booth thing there. And then of course, we got them right here. They're covered from these like poles and stuff, but then we got some walk signs from behind, then a walk sign from the front, got a street sign, a couple green lights, these poles. Got that. And so we got this little tiny street light, and then a tree way in the background, and then that is right there, hanging out there, along with our like store, whatever it is. But anyway, all right. So that's that there put together finally. It took a while. But yeah, some sweet details that I like in this one. I wanted to put it all in for this one, right? The last one, we got to do it. So, all right, I'm going to put the guys on top, and we're going to start some animating the final shot of Stop Motion Sabotage, which is crazy. Yo, hey, here we are, still working on shot 129, obviously. I just wanted to show you what I've done now. With all of this stuff laid out, I put down another piece of glass, but I put it right on top of it, so it just kind of like sandwiches everything where it needs to go. And then I've got the cars on the very, very bottom one, like on the table. And I've made their sticks this green color. So if need be, I can erase them in post, because you can see here, you're going to see that one for sure. So if we can just get rid of that, that's cool. And like the green screen is the only like computer effect that I've used on this whole thing. And it's been to like put things on top of each other that sort of messed with each other and stuff like this. And I like the fact that there hasn't been any other CGI on this video. And even the titles have all been cut out, shot again on a green screen and laid on top. Just because, again, they'd be bouncing around and whatever, who cares? So, yeah, we're going to now put the guys on top of this one, because that's why I have it, so they can walk across all this stuff. And then we start shooting the final shot of Stop Motion Sabotage. Crazy. All right, kids, let's see how they look in their places. You! How's it going? Okay, shot 129 here. I've got the dudes in their place, looking pretty radical, I'll say. And then you can see them here as well. And this is from frame 79, but it gives you an idea of what we're looking at here. And I think it looks pretty good. I've got their legs all lined up, ready to be used in order. And I had to make these like little shoulder pieces because when their heads with just the necks were in their coats or shirts, you could tell. Some of them, Adrock or the rookie, you could not tell. So I just have him like that. But the other dude, you kind of see a weird space. Just looked weird. So I put it in there and it looks better, I guess. All right. So, one other thing. Cochise in his shirt here has got a little weirdness going on right there. And that happened because I was using the glue gun or the glue stick and I got some Reza glue on my fingers. And when I moved him, I left fingerprints. And so I took the X-Acto knife and like scraped it, and took like layers off of the cardstock and pretty much got rid of them. That using an eraser to kind of smooth it out. And of course you can see it there in the push in, but like right here, it's like you won't really notice that. Well, if you will notice that because you know it's there. You can dazzle your friends with that. So anyway, just setting these guys up and making everything work took about 3 hours for some reason. I also kind of think that I might be stalling at starting this shot because I know that I'm going to miss this project immensely. I've loved doing it it's never been a bad time. And anyway, so I think I might be stalling, so I'm not starting the final shot. But now that's all that's left, just to start animating the final shot of Stop Motion Sabotage. And let's get to it. Let's do this. And it's also in slow motion, which I haven't done yet. So that's going to be interesting. Really small movements, I'm assuming. But anyway, kids, let's do this. Hands in. I need you now. 1, 2, 3. Hands in. Need you now. Okay. Shot 129. Okay, I did not give this shot the proper respect it deserved. I thought I could just have him walking and it's going to look fine and normal. And see, I'll show you here what I got. This guy's here, and just now that's it, just a little ramp, right? But see, Ringo is not a fan of the shot whatsoever. He's the one who pointed it out to me. I'm telling them. Don't worry, I'm telling them. So essentially what was going on was I don't want to step on it. Look, it just flopped right down right there. Jeez. I had their legs only one length, which is like this long thing there. But because they're walking towards us, we have to... This guy. All right, we got to pet him. Hi, dude. Okay. So... because they're walking towards us, their legs are kind of going behind them. But when they're this long, they kind of go outwards, and it just looks weird. Like, you can just kind of see it here. Like, see how their legs are just looking weird. So I got 20 frames done, scrapping all of them. And what I did was I cut out more legs. Like, a lot more legs. Medium-sized legs and short legs in order to have it look more like they're walking towards us. And then I also had to make these bottom of the feet for these ones because for some reason I made them wrong. And I made them the wrong color. But I think it's the other shoes, so maybe the light's hitting them different. I don't know. Who cares? So anyway, just want to let you know, I'm going to redo everything. Oh, and also, jeez, buddy, yes. I had to make this car and this car full cars. Just so I could because moving in the background for 213 shots, even hardly moving them, I was like, I'm going to run out of real estate with these vehicles. So I had to redo that, had to make all these legs, had to make those bottom of the shoes, and okay, we're about to start shot 129 again. I wanted to get 100 frames done over this weekend. I don't know if that's going to happen because I had to do all this stuff. But anyway, Ringo, what do you think of? Yeah? Aww. All right, kids, this has been a long post, but let's keep going. I'll show you how we're doing in a little bit with the new legs. Whoop! Neo! Just wanted to show you one thing. I just started setting up. This isn't very much longer after that last post. But I've now just put this here is the medium leg behind this one. And just doing this, just like seeing how that looks there, already makes me feel like, oh, okay, this is going to be a much better shot than it would have been if I'd stuck with the one sized shin instead of now having a medium and a small shin. And so now I'm like rejuvenated for this shot. Because I got to admit, after the last one, so weird and janky and just looking weird, is like, I can't go out like that. I can't go out with this, the final shot looking awful kind of thing. Oh, and another thing was in the original, the Chief and the Rookie were kind of overlapping each other, which I'm going to say made it a huge pain in the ass. And in the original, they are kind of overlapping, like Chief's kind of in front of them. But for this one, it's like they don't need to be overlapping. And if I can have them not overlapping and it makes it look that much better, then that's the way to go. So that's what I'm doing. I just had to share that with y'all because, yeah, I was kind of nervous about the shot, to be honest. And now just seeing this has brought my spirits up. I'm like, okay, cool. We can do some cool stuff with this shot. And now I'm stoked to get into it. All right, kids, let's get into this. 129. Finally. Pause in, kids. 1, 2, 3, pow. Yeah, okay. Because last time I was like, let's be here for the first frame of the final shot. And then I had to throw everything away. I'm now ready. I've got them all set up. Got some good separation here between them. And also one thing I did was I taped this part down because he doesn't move that hand for like 76 frames. And it'll make it a lot easier if it's not loose. And, oh, his whole arm here, these two pieces, I taped together as well because they move in unison. And if they do kind of start to move, like if he starts to bend his elbow, which he really doesn't, I could just undo the tape and do that. But anyway, all right, kids, let's get this new first shot of the last shot done. That was a lot to say. But here we go. Ready? Wow. That was not diminished in any way because it's our second time doing it. But anyway, okay. I'm going to start rocking this. Oh, one more little thing just because why not? The Chief and Cochise walk in complete unison with opposite feet. And that is going to be really cool. That I kind of noticed it before, but didn't really think of how that could impact my side of things. Because it's like a mirror image, it can keep me on track of what's going on between them. The Rookie, he's his own man. He walks to his own drum. But the other two I can keep in sync, and it'll allow me to kind of keep everything in check that way, which is pretty awesome. I'm stoked I realized that. Anyway, let's get to this because it's been a long time, right? So many videos and nothing's happening. Sorry, guys, but it's the last shot, and I'm just dragging this out as long as I can. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry to keep coming back like this. Maybe it's the last shot. I just want to show you everything that's going on because I'm like learning a lot. And again, maybe I'm just holding on to this project a little too tightly, but I want to show you this. So remember I said I connected his arm here and that part of the arm there and everything. I also now have connected both of Cochise's arms and both of the Rookie's arms. Because for a lot of frames, because it's in slow motion, their arms aren't moving, I've noticed. And a real huge pain with this is having their bodies move and their arms not then all of a sudden move way too much. Because then trying to put it back the way it was. Because the thing is, his arms here, you can see they go behind the torso because of the suspenders. And having it behind makes it very difficult. Something I didn't even really think about, to be honest with you, how difficult it would be with all these moving parts that aren't actually moving. So I taped them all down. And so now all I have to worry about is the legs and how they're moving, and the torsos just kind of move up. And then when the arms do move, I have them marked down in like the notes section right here, so that then I can just like pop it off and then start dealing with moving that arm with everything else. Hopefully it's not a gosh darn nightmare. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. So if you're ever doing this yourselves, you can understand. You can just tape that stuff down and it's just going to make everything so much less of a headache. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked to get into it again. I keep saying that, but then I don't get into it. You notice that? Isn't that weird? That's weird. You're weird. I'm weird? You're right!